Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. This video is a plan of action for how we truth seekers can use our time, our energy, our resources to change this world for the better. Last Wednesday on my new radio show, I talked about how we need to get off of the internet and get organized in our communities and let our presence be known and make truth seeking a more popular thing in our society, which can be done in this age of social networking, viral programming. There's such a thing as a critical mass. And when enough people organize and work together, a critical mass is formed, and that critical mass can create big change in the rest of the population. And that's what this video is about. So, last Wednesday on the radio program, I said what I would be willing to do is go to Washington, D.C., and stay there up until the election, possibly even past that, maybe even all the way up to Inauguration Day. And what I will do is every day I will get out on the streets and I will spread truth in whatever way I can, exposing the propaganda of that day, which largely comes from the federal government, which is headquartered in Washington, D.C., where our representatives are that should supposedly, theoretically, be able to do something about this madness if exposed. So anyway, I am willing to go to Washington, D.C. I'm willing to stay there every day and protest and hopefully attract other people who follow this work, who live in the area, to come and do the same. In the weeks that I've been doing the radio show, there's been a lot of callers from the D.C. and New York area saying they'd be willing to cooperate, they'd be willing to help. So I know that there's people who are willing to do this, and what we want to do is inspire more and more to participate. So look, this is the other idea besides just gathering in Washington, D.C. and spreading awareness. There has to be something else that can connect us quickly, virally. This is my thought. If somebody's out there who can develop an app for a phone, build a social networking platform, we need one for truth seekers so that they can quickly organize by location, not specifically giving away your house address, but perhaps within a 20 to 30 mile vicinity of a region in a state. So people in this network can say, okay, I'm in this region and within 30 miles of me, there's 40 other people hooked up to this network. Or maybe it's 4,000, depending on how populated it is where you live. But otherwise, just so people can see, okay, there's other people in my network, they're connected to this, they're about this. The app would be targeted. This is the people who are seeking truth, who want to end the corruption they see in the world, get on to a better day. We're fed up with the lies, the propaganda, the needless tyranny. We've had enough. This is who's on this app. And they're people who are awake, like us, who are waking up to just how much we're being lied to. Staged propaganda to terrorize us, to scare us, to make us look to Big Brother for help. Our police, our media, our government conspiring against us, using our public airwaves, as we're told, to lie to us. And we're talking about agencies that are paid for with our tax dollars. So anyway, the people in the network are the people that are done with this, that are willing to do something about it. And the purpose of such a network is say that this app's here, you see 40 people within your community are ready and willing to go show up where they've just staged the latest false flag shooting. The mall, the theater, the school. We need people to be able to respond, get information, get it out. Because it is a fact, we're being lied to. Drills are being reported as real tragedies. There's an agenda to militarize the police of this nation, turn us into a greater military police state than we already are. That means less freedom, less liberties, curfews, more and more fear. Not a healthy environment to live under, The environment's already polluted enough. How much more can we take? We're going to find out if we don't stop it. So anyway, this is my thought. Raise a small pool of money. Use this money to build this app and whatever it costs, and then just get it out there. If we can afford to get it out there for free with the money we've raised so that everybody can just download it and have it on their smartphone, which most people have at this day and age, this could be the beginning of organizing this way. I don't build apps. I know that people who are good at programming can do things efficiently and cost effective. My thought is raise a symbolic amount of money, do this right, get the information out fast, and let's change things quick, maybe even before the election hits. Wouldn't that be amazing? So here, this is the proposal. I decided to use gematria for the naming of this project purposefully to put it back in their face, because part of raising the awareness of what we're going to be raising is this knowledge of gematria and how it's weaponized and used against us to code propaganda in the media. We want people out in this world to learn these tools, to use them, to see what we're up against and what we need to overcome, get rid of, move on to that better day. So here's what I called it. I called it the Truthseeker Network Revolution. And people are scared of that word revolution, right? But look at this. I liked the gematria of it. The message is there. This really is the Truthseeker Network Revolution if we pull it off. But this is why it's perfect. Truthseeker Network Revolution equals 137, which is the 33rd prime number. And look, Washington, D.C. is 137. I'm saying let's kick it off in the nation's capital. Let's go right to where the villains are and let them know. We're done with it. Your days are numbered. Watch them tick away as the truth seekers gather. You know what I'm saying? Washington, D.C., it's on the American meridian. The word authority is 137. We're going to make truth the new authority. Not these crooked politicians, these cops with badges and guns that sell us out just so they can be the boss. Anyway, 137 is the 33rd prime number, federal 33, masonry 33, secrecy 33, order 33. I say we put it in their face, put their secrets out to the masses, make it viral, make the knowledge undeniable. The game's going to be over. So look, here's what I'm saying, Truth Seeker. Right now I have, on my YouTube channel, approaching 33,000 subscribers. If each person can donate $1, because this needs to be a network effort, $1, that'll be $33,000. And with $33,000, I know that we can get this app built, get it out there, get it to the masses. I don't know exactly how quickly it can be built, but if you find someone who's super motivated with the skills, I think it can be done. And, I'm quite confident that 33,000 can more than cover it. If there's extra money from this project, what it can be used for is doing the next awareness campaign. And I'm thinking, maybe in DC, spend a little money and put together a nice documentary film interviewing people about what's going on in the world, teaching them this knowledge, see how they respond. We have to create a viral truth-seeking epidemic. People have to get over this hump of being so afraid of confronting the truth and looking at the tyranny we truly live under in this nation. We're only going to end it, by waking up the masses. We have to figure out a way to do it. $33,000, that can be more than enough money to change the world. And I assure you, I'm not going to take any of this money and stick it in my pockets. That's not what this is about. I'm willing to go there, put in this work, do what it takes to inspire others to help fulfill the mission. And maybe more of you than I even know can come and help out, and we can make our presence known and, stop it all before any of us can imagine. So many of us, we've given up. We think nothing can change. I disagree. I think it's just like the Wizard of Oz. Remember, Oz equals 41, just like USA. And all it took was a little bit of brains, courage, and heart. So the Truthseeker Network Revolution. Here's what I'll say. If this money, or if this account raises $5,000 in the next couple days, if it raises $5,000 in the next 48 hours, I will go to Washington, D.C., and I will stay there for I should be able to stay there up until the election, at least on $5,000. I'll figure out how to leave as cheaply as possible, maybe even less than that. But perhaps we can even get it started for that much. But we got to do this quick. It's 21 days till the election. We really want to get this out viral before the election happens. You know, people need to wake up to just how rigged this show is. So there it is, Truthseeker. The Truthseeker Network Revolution. I'll see what the response is. You know, I'm not trying to sell anybody down the river. Somebody on my radio show last week, they said that's what I'm trying to do, sell people down the river. No, not at all. I really want to change this world. I've worked for 3 years straight, almost every single day on this project. I haven't made a dime off it. Well, my radio show last month, I made my first $250 for the whole month, which I'm grateful for. It's nice, but that's the only money I've made. And for doing this work, if you don't know my story, I've been harassed by the police, our government. My home has been burglarized. I've had everything stolen from me. You know, there's been consequences for doing this work. But still, you know, my story is, despite all that, I'm still ticking. And I'm coming back harder than ever, you know. They can't defeat us. And the more of us they are, you know, the sooner their demise will be. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.